Hello and welcome back. Today we have another £500 worth of £2 coins to have a hunt through. Looking for commemoratives, ones with more than face value. Ideally though, we want the last one we need for the book. What a hunt we had in the last hunt. We found ourselves a Commonwealth Games Wales. Not long before we found a Commonwealth Games Scotland. So, we should find ourselves Commonwealth England next, right? That's the way things work. Or Northern Ireland, which I wouldn't grumble at, but still, Commonwealth Games England next please, to the ever-listening coin gods. Anyway, we've got all the other commemoratives up to and including, get my fingers around it, the Great Fire of London. Obviously 2021's Britannia allegedly was minted for circulation, but I haven't seen any or seen any videos of any. So let's get into this bag, see what we find. Right then, first bag. I'll show you what it is we're looking for. You can see that is a commemorative, in fact. Oh, I thought it was assumed it was going to be a technologies, but I assumed wrong. This is our first commemorative, Lord Kitchener. Now, there is a mule error on Lord Kitchener, himself a fairly common coin. However, on the obverse, the side with the Queen's head, it should say £2 at the bottom, which this one does. So if you get one that doesn't, that is the mule error. And the mule error is just where the reverse and obverse don't match how they should. That's technologies. We don't want technologies. There are some low minted years, just even though low minted years are very, very high. Nothing else to be had from that bag, but we will endeavour and keep on going. So something's been stuck in my head since I found Commonwealth Games Wales. Because, whilst I'm trying to formulate that thought, this is Shakespeare's Tragedies. One of 3 coins in the Shakespeare set, Tragedies, Histories and Comedies. Worth checking this one for the edge inscription, which should read... it should read... My mind's gone completely blank. Am I not a man is... and a brother is the abolition of the slave trade. What a piece of work is a man. Work is a man. So yeah. Some of these managed to get out of the Royal Mint factory with the wrong edge inscription saying for king and country. So that is an error that's very cool to find. I've only ever found one of them, but if we keep hunting, eventually we may find a second. So yes, the Commonwealth Games, they're so scarce to find, so hard to find, you don't expect to see them all the time. So in my head, there is a, I don't know, 3-month grace period between finding them, which isn't really the way it works, because I am just as likely to find a Commonwealth Games in this hunt as I was to find Commonwealth Games in the last hunt, minus the one I took out of circulation. But taking one coin out of circulation of even the scarcest of coins would be such an infinitesimally small change to the chances of finding it. You don't need to take that into account. So, by that logic, we could find one today. Not that, again, having just found one, I won't grumble and complain if I don't find one immediately again. That is not what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to lift morale, boost spirits. We could find another one today. We could find the one we need today and finish off this book and be starting a new book. Because new books, it's always one of the most exciting points of the book. It's equal parts exciting because everything is new. Everything goes into the book. Everything is filling a gap. It is equal parts daunting because you've got all of the rare coins ahead of you still to find. Right, Army Centenary. We've got 2 of them, in fact. 2 there. Very nice. Let's just check this final coin. So if that's technologies, I can get rid of these off to the side, put them all the right way around, and we can double check on these because there is now an edge inscription error on the Army Centenary. Look at the interesting, the different outer rings are slightly different colours. Pretty cool. So it should say for king and country. However, some of them have managed to escape the mint with the edge inscription for the Great Fire of London, the whole city in dreadful flames. So let's check. I see for king and country. So no. Sadly, no edge inscription error on those. Now the ones with confirmed edge inscriptions, naturally I will check throughout the video. So the Shakespeare Tragedies, Army Centenaries, the other 2 Shakespeares, just because now we've got a second coin the same year with the wrong edge inscription. Who knows whether there could be anything. It is yeah, it is 2016, isn't it? For some reason, for the faintest moment, thought it was a 2015 coin. Not Great Fire of London, the Guy Fawkes commemorative £2 coin, Bonfire Night. Begin with a G. That's when my brain was auto filling a gap which it couldn't immediately fill. But yes, so we will keep checking. Naturally, so I do and have for a long time checked the edge inscriptions on all the commemorative coins that I found, just because again it seemed to be there was a new edge inscription error popping up here and there, and I just thought, oh, you know what, let's check them all, because if I could be the first one to find a new edge inscription error, how amazing would that be? Rugby World Cup there, we're going to pop that at the top row because it's a very common coin. This is going to be something though, very, very shiny, very nice, whatever this is going to be. Let's have a look. Ooh, Navy Centenary, woohoo! Get to add to my armada, my flotilla of Navy Centenaries. It's a coin that has a miniature 650,000, but I seem to find my fair share of them. There's a bit of schmutz just at the top there, which is a bit of a shame, but we found a Navy Centenary, so we can't grumble about that. Now, some of the coins we have counters tracking how many we find over the course of filling the book. Some uncommon, some common coins, just as a bit of a spread, which naturally, once we finish this book, we will start a brand new book. And every now and again I ask, what would you pick as the new counters for the new book? Because it's always nice ahead of time finding out, because I've recorded a few weeks in advance. So if I finish the book today, I will have already recorded the next at least 2, maybe 3 weeks worth of hunts on book number 5 before getting your feedback. So let me know in the comments what you'd pick as the overriding, well, I'm not going to say what the overriding winner that people want to see is so far, because that might skew the results. Lord Kitchener there, again, no mule on him, so we'll pop him down. Nothing else there. Shall we do an edge hunt, whereby we check the edge inscription on the coin first? So the quote, "Standing on the shoulders of giants," from Isaac Newton, is on the Technologies £2 coin. I tell you what, our edge inscription hunts have been nothing but a case of the diddlies for quite some time, and has again resulted in nothing. One more bag, come on! Show me Manchester, show me Manchester. Nope, nothing. Although in the hunt we found the Commonwealth Games with us, did we not do 3 bags as an edge hunt? Which could be a precursor to finding the Commonwealth Games. So I think to keep that tradition running, we should do a 3rd consecutive bag. This has got a case of the diddlies. That basically guarantees us the Commonwealth Games, right? Ah, at the top we've got something. What on earth did that say? Off all over Europe. Oh, that'll be Lord Kitchener. No mule error. There we go, Lord Kitchener for the 3rd time. Any more for any more? No. But we've performed the ritual. The ritual 3 bag. Oh, I missed one. I was complaining about not finding any, and then we've got Marconi, the wireless transmission. Bridges of the Atlantic. Very common commemorative coin there. I'm too excited. I wasn't actually edge hunting for the sake of finding something. I was edge hunting for the 3rd bag to perform the ritual to summon a Commonwealth Games, naturally. Now, if I do find a Commonwealth Games, this is the problem. DNA double helix, very, very common, but lovely design. This is the problem where I have now, if I do find one, I have now set the precedent of how I think they are summoned. So in my mind, every time I do an edge hunt, I will want to do 3 bags in a row to try and recreate the conditions in which I found the Commonwealth Games. I have a similar thing with talking under bridges whilst driving. I don't know if I mentioned this in one of my Q&A videos. So with superstitions, I don't talk, I don't even breathe when driving under bridges or tunnels. I don't know why. I think it was just a game we played when we were kids, and that has just carried on. Ooh, VE Day anniversary. And so yes, in my mind it's bad luck to do that, and I thought this is so stupid, and I spoke under a bridge, and oh, there's a funny thing on my camera, oh well. Anyway, I did it, and then I had to get rid of my car within a week because the seals underneath it went and it started taking on water. So yes, I know it's not that didn't cause it, but the one time I decided, you know what, this is really silly, let's stop doing this silly thing, and then the result that I was trying to avoid by doing the silly thing happened. Charles Dickens there. Ooh, wow! It's not a Commonwealth Games, but it is a Mary Rose, the other coin that we were stuck on for a very, very long time. Beautiful, beautiful coin. You don't see many of this one around. Lovely, isn't it? Well, there we go. Not a Commonwealth game, so we haven't accidentally created a summoning mechanism for that scarcest of coins, but we did manage to get ourselves a Mary Rose, which is very, very welcome. Oh, another abolition of the slave trade there. Oh, our first abolition of the slave trade even. My brain is obviously not functioning at peak capacity. But yes, these self-serving traditions, I don't recommend it. Robert Bannister? Robert Burns. My goodness, that took a few attempts, didn't it? Robert Burns, slightly over face value, not massively so. Not to be confused with Roger Bannister, who you couldn't, because Roger Bannister is British athlete. Robert Burns is Scottish poet. Other than their initials, they don't have a lot in common. This is where Roger Bannister is going to turn out to be Scottish or Welsh or something, and I've just made a massive faux pas. So apologies if he is. I don't think he is though. He was a surgeon, wasn't he? Neurosurgeon, I think. Anyway, Trevithick, steam locomotive, very common. And speaking common, there's another Charles Dickens. Let's pop him down there. Nothing else to be had there. We've still got what feels like more bags than we should left, so quite what I've done to go so slowly through this one, I don't know. VE Day anniversary there. Again, another one for the counter. Ah, an active union. I don't think I've found one of these for quite a while actually. It is a very common coin. I guess every now and again, even the common ones don't turn up, do they? Much like every now and again a Benjamin Bunny doesn't raise its head in the 50p hunts, but there we go. Okay, next bag. Oh, that's a nice one. My favourite circulating commemorative £2 coin. Florence Nightingale. We've got a very good spread of all the different common coins to be fair today, so that's good going. If this was the restart of the book, we'd be filling a whole bunch of spaces. Speaking of which, there is another one. Florence Nightingale. Okay, 3 bags left, 4 bags left. I can't count. There was a bag hiding under a bag. I still can't believe how many bags we've still got left. Another active union there. That's good going, isn't it? I guess the more common commemoratives we have, there's another active union. I only mentioned it 2 coins ago that I hadn't found one in a fair while. And now we've found 3. They're like buses. As is Florence Nightingale, who turns up with the active union apparently. And there's Charles Dickens. Whoa, we found a whole bunch in that bag, didn't we? That was a good result. Even if they are common ones, always nice to find finds rather than not find finds. If that makes sense. I think it does. Anyway, moving swiftly on. Lord Kitchener again. We have found 3 non-mule error Lord Kitcheners. So, this one as well is not a mule error. But the more you hunt, the more chance you have of finding one. Speaking of which, another chance for an error. Shakespeare's tragedies. Right, show me that king and country. Piece of work, so no, that's fine. No edge inscription error to be had on him either. Right, penultimate bag. Sorry, I got a frog in my throat. Let's see what we can summon out of this bag. We're going to get something. Army Centenary. Right. Holstein Dreadful Flames. Here we go. Oh no, country. That's the edge inscription we wanted on the last one, the Shakespeare tragedies. Otherwise you're very, very common. Oh, there's another active union. What is going on? I should have said about... it's been a long time since I found a Kew Gardens and £2 coin hunt, and then 3, 4, 5 of them would have turned up apparently. Okay, so last bag of the hunt. For those of you... I started that a bit early, haven't I? For those of you that watch this far in the video, you might be interested to know you can catch me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and the PO box you can write into. Great Faro London, beautiful design, over face value. And you know what, we're going to start checking the edge inscription on this one too. Flames, so that's fine. I think it's probably worthwhile checking all the 2016s because there's 2 different edge inscription errors found on the 2016 coins. VE Day anniversary again, and the wireless transmission again. The other place you can catch me is the Britannia Coin Company's YouTube channel. As my day job now, I make videos for them, so do head on over and check that. Whilst you're checking that, I'm going to check for rotations on the definitives, rotations and edge inscription errors on the commemoratives too. Well, sadly nothing new to add to the roster, but we have had a very generous roster, to be fair. We've got a couple of very nice boats. And I do like boats and ships on coins, so that's a definite plus for me. So let me know down in the comments which is your favourite coin from today's hunt, and all that leads me to do is thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for more coins. Bye.